Oh, Crow, that was rude. Jerks. Now, if that was the mirror, I'm gonna be very sad. I'm very sad now because of that. Hopefully Frog is just sitting right here. If Frog's sitting right here, we're good. Yes! Uh-oh. How did I not die? Oh, no, there I died. Oh, yes, cheese strats. What did I do? Did I break the boss? I guess you can't do that. Don't shoot at me. No, I said don't shoot at me. Because you have to get ready for blind and everything. Oh man, I missed my duck. That's all X is good for. Is using his small size. Oops. Yeah, sure, I insult X and then I hit spikes. That's just how it works. Oh jeez, get out of my way. That's where all the trolls were. I don't even know what I just did there. That was it? Right, good evening, happy Wednesday, welcome to camp. I forgot to put what day it was up there. Welcome in Lead Counselor Retro Nook, welcome in Matt, welcome in Funyun, hope you've all had a great day. Welcome in Vegas, thanks for the good luck. Alright, we've got the pin up there so I actually remember what day of the week it is. I'm going to keep forgetting, let's be realistic. But it is Friday the 13th night. It is the last stream until Sunday because of late volleyball tomorrow and then my wife being out of town Friday and Saturday night. Hopefully Sunday works, but I guess we still don't know what time she's getting home. Thanks for happy July, Matt. Today would also be Zelda and Lorelei's 21st birthday. They were born on July 1st, 2005. Thanks for the good luck, Funyun. Yeah, to start out with, because, I believe this was yours, Funyun, we have low percent Laura, which sucks. And she would make it so difficult to run anything. I still remember when I was first doing low percent, I had 5 different record paces get ruined because she went and knocked something off the desk. Still sometimes think I see her walking by the bed coming to get involved on the stream. It's amazing like how, let's see, we bought the house in 2011 when she was 6. So that was almost 14 years. I mean, I wasn't streaming that entire time, but almost 14 years of her trotting by there to get to my desk. But yes, low percent Laura. We can only use rocks, and Laura is our main counselor. I had thought about maybe trying to do something differently where I'd let Jason, like if Jason attacked a counselor, I'd let him kill that person. And actually this seed would have worked well for that. He would have offed 2 of them right away. But we're just gonna kill everybody else first. Well, we're gonna kill everybody, but we just want to kill everyone but one other person and Laura. Because that way we'll get fights to the death, and then cabin fights are gonna be a lot less annoying. As much as it pains me to kill Crissy here, we'll let Paul run this one. Yeah, I had thought I was like there was a point earlier tonight where I was gonna do it that way. And I was just like, that would take so long. Because I'm not guaranteed to have a seed where he kills everybody. So I could just be sitting there for about 2 minutes, letting him do a lap around the lake, around camp, and then come back to the lake and not get anything out of it. Welcome in, Atma, Kyoto. Hope you're having a great, Wednesday. So now we're in fight to the death territory. Jason's going through the cave. And ideally, we can catch him over here. Before he goes into the kids. But that'll be a lot of just doing this and hoping we catch him at the right time. There we go. Welcome in, Jacob. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. So now we have 160 rocks. This is gonna take forever. This is low percent Laura. We can only fight Jason with Laura, and we can't pick up any items. Hey Kays, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Enjoy the lurk. Hope it is definitely comfy. I'm trying to get used to the easier version of dodging and retraining the muscle memory here by just holding down instead of pressing down and left at the same time. Yeah, be careful. Hopefully no one, I saw a post that was very, it was something about how there's a bunch of people in the country that don't know that this is their last couple days having a full hand. Because there's going to be people that blow up their hand with fireworks. Hey Matt, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. So yeah, hopefully everyone's safe if you're doing fireworks, or even if you're not doing fireworks, hope you're still staying safe. Welcome in, Silvers. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. No blurns today. And for me, it'll be easy. I'm just staying at home with the dogs, and the kids are sleeping over at my parents' house to watch the fireworks in their town. Hey Cream, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. So it'll just be me and the dogs. Hopefully Freddy and George won't be getting too upset over the fireworks. George usually doesn't seem to mind, but like Freddy gets really scared at noises. And the poor little guy just had to have some teeth pulled on, when was it? Monday? So he's got to eat, well, he's loving his soft food. I opened a can for myself for lunch, and since the dogs had been getting soft food from a can, they both ran over like it was a bag of cheese. So they're really liking that. But Freddy's, he's got little pain medication. That dodge didn't work. Or maybe I just forgot. We still have the lead here though. Holding down like this actually kind of hurts my thumb. Maybe for something like this, I just gotta go to the normal press them both. Stick with what I know. Yeah, they like, if you open a bag of cheese, they'll run up, and we call it the puppy tax, where we'll have to give them each a little shred of cheese. Or if it's like a pre-sliced thing of cheese, then like give them a little tiny corner piece or something. Freddy could definitely, he's like 14 pounds, and he could probably stand gain a little weight, but George is 18 pounds, and he's built like a tree. So it's like the vet wants George to lose weight, but they're like, we don't really know how much, because he doesn't really have a lot. He doesn't really have fat on him. He's just built really thick. Yeah, well, welcome in. Thanks for the good luck. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Okay, good. The every 5-minute notes are working. This is so long, and this is the quickest day, too. 20 hits to go on day 1. Hey, Prodigious, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. There we go. 14 hits left on day 1. And then that's actually not even 1/3 of the way there. It's 1/3 within the game, but total time, day 3 is significantly slower than day 1. Hey, Tech Guy, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yep, we've got low percent Laura tonight before we get started on wheel challenges. I don't think I can make it there. I was like, maybe I can run and catch him over by the large cabin out between the cave and the path into the lake loop. But I think I'd be more likely to hit him on a path there. And if we run into him on a path, Laura can't dodge because she's got no jump. Yeah, that was I saw that score and I was just like, wow, that looks like a football score. You rarely see double-digit runs in a baseball game, let alone above 20. Alright, we're making slow progress. Let's see, Jason will be on the forest route next. So maybe we'll get lucky and Paul will be somewhere to run into him. Ah, the original Misadventure. That was one of the ones, 1 and 2 were initially made with no background. I had to add the background in later, so that's why they look really awkward in that regard. Hey Chaser, welcome in. Thanks for the jump scare. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I remember when I was younger, I wanted to have one baseball card from every team, and the Royals were the last team that I did not have a baseball card for one of their players on. And the place I went to get a haircut at, it was like a kid's haircut place. And if you were good, you'd get to pick a prize out of the prize box. And I picked, there was a Kansas City Royals baseball card there. So I got to get my Royals baseball card because I was good at my haircut. I'm gonna stop goofing here. Oh, thank you. Eventually, I will finish the overlay. It won't cut out halfway. It won't cut. It won't like loop halfway through. It'll loop after everything's done and they fight Jason. Oh, the baseball card gum. That stuff was so bad. Uh-oh. We don't want to die and have to start this over. He's not even halfway dead yet. Yes, nice and slow. Just missed him. Not a very good showing so far. What was that? One of the kids upstairs just screeched.
Oh, hi, Mark.
We had some pretty good storms, yeah. Nothing like really bad, but it's been like storming on and off all day. It's been really weird. Like it'll be sun and miserably hot, and then suddenly it'll just get overcast and start storming. Hopefully things are pretty good down there. Should have thrown one there. Yeah, it was really bad. Our car had to go in for an oil change today. And normally I drop the car off and I walk home because the place is about a mile away. And then I was like, oh my god, the air is just thick, and it was like a little after 7 in the morning. And then they contacted me at 11, like, hey, it's done. I'm like, okay, we're supposed to start getting more rain potentially, and the heat advisory starts at 11. So let's walk over there quick, get the car, and be done with all this before it gets really miserably hot and rainy again. And I got home just like 15 minutes before we got another downpour. And it was one of those storms too, like, it looked like it was nice out, and then suddenly it was just raining. It was early. Alright, we're getting there. That's, I think, 7 more. There, we don't have to repeat day 2. Ugh. Well, I dropped the car off for the oil change. Like, we drop it off, I walk home, and then I always tell them, you don't have to, just as long as it's done by the end of the day, that's all I care about. And I bit my tongue earlier, and that hurts. Yeah, hopefully things settle a little bit. I like it. Jason is going to be attacking Laura. Well, that cabin in the bottom middle. So we're just gonna go over here, we'll swap Laura and Paul, and then we'll save an entire run around the map. Now we'll just wait over here until he attacks. That's a good question. I usually don't bite either of them. This one I was just really stupid. Freddy was laying on the back of the couch, and I went to kind of kneel down and kind of like look at him, and my chin hit the top of the couch because I'm an idiot. And then I'm like, chomp, I'm like, ugh. Like, that tastes like blood. Alright, let's finish this. Get this one in the books. It's gonna be very long. $160 hits of this. At least here, with him not changing speeds, I can hopefully glance over at chat a little bit more. On day 2, when I got down to 1 hit, I'm like, I am not really gonna look away, because I don't want to redo day 1. Now, if the wheel after this does pick no jumping or something, I think we're just gonna skip that. Because I don't want to repeat this whole stone only in cabins twice in one night. Unless I have to because I fail this. But we're down to like 148 hits to go, we're fine. Welcome in, Honor, hope you're having a good Wednesday. But yeah, it's like I could feel a loose little skin flap on my tongue after I bit it. Probably not something that people really care to be hearing, so I apologize for that. Yeah, Jason will have been hit with, when this is done, 480 rocks. He's gonna be completely stoned. Ugh. I'd love it if you could like knock 60 hits off. That would make this a lot faster and a lot less painful. Just make it 140 per day instead of 160. Welcome in, Tarp. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Welcome in, Game Pro. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Rats, part of me was hoping I'd be at like 1/4 of the way there already when I saw that little gap of his health gone, but we're not even close. Basically, what you watch for here is for him to leave the corner. When he leaves the corner, you do your 2 dodges, and then when he comes back from the right, when you're done with your dodge, you can start throwing. If you hit B too early, it won't register your throw. But if you're in the clear of your dodge, then you can throw, and you just gotta try to time that so you can hit him when he's backing up before he moves off to the left. Well, a lot of these challenges, like individual ones, are just like ways to kind of keep the game fresh. Like different ways, different things I can make myself do or take away things that I'd normally do. Yeah, Jason's probably got like a lot of little bone and cartilage issues in his knees. Because I mean, like, as far as straight up challenges go, I mean, there's nothing that's ever gonna be more difficult than a god run. And I've luckily done that already. So it's like everything else is definitely easier than that. But that's why I started doing the combinations. Because the combinations really helps keep things. There's so many, I mean, yeah, there's some ones that I seem to get regularly. But not only doing combinations, but also having it randomly pick the counselor, too. So it's like there's so many different variables that I can keep tossing my way, so I've got to think on the fly. Laura cannot do a no cabin. That is one of the challenges on the wheel, though, is no cabin. Basically, on that one, we just get a knife or a machete, and then we have to use Crissy or Mark to jump over his head. Welcome in, Biceps. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, I loved Guitar Hero. I got Guitar Hero 2 at a GameStop, and then I got so into it, I immediately went out and bought Guitar Hero 1, and then Guitar Hero 3 came out like 2 weeks after that. So suddenly I had 3 Guitar Hero guitars in my apartment. Actually, still have 3 of them. Or maybe it's only 2 now. But the kids brought them upstairs, and the kids were using them as play guitars. Drunk glasses, I've worn drunk glasses before. We had to wear them for once in senior year in high school. Like, they made everyone wear drunk glasses to see what it was like, and that's the only time I've ever experienced drunk vision since I've had 3 sips of alcohol in my entire life. Holy buckets! Thank you so much for the membership, Jet! Much appreciated. Enjoy the early access to videos, enjoy the emotes, and enjoy your counselor badge. Looks like we got the knife badge there. I don't remember what that is on YouTube, but that's definitely multiple months. I want to say maybe... I don't know. I know on Twitch the knife is 3 months, but I don't know how YouTube separates those out. I should really learn that, because YouTube is the much bigger platform. He's only half dead? Oh, and the alert worked! Oh wait, that's that alert's tied to Mix It Up, so... Mix It Up hasn't been having many issues, but Twitch alerts, when they're done with Twitch's built-in alert system, have just been terrible lately. Month 2 through 5, okay. So then the machete would be 6+. Yeah, moving this fast at 80 plus getting pelted by... Like, you gotta wonder, over the course of everyone that has played Friday the 13th, that has played this game, how many different... Like, how many bars of health has Jason lost? Because I think Rock is 1. Yeah, Machete is 3. I'm pretty sure on Twitch. Because it's like, wait. Is the knife would be 2 months? Then... Oh, it's showing you have the key right now. At least to me. But maybe that's newer. Oh yeah, the one right now is a key. Lighter 1 month, machete... Oh, lighter! Okay, I should actually look at those badge levels. Whoops, took a hit. Like, I had to set them, but it's been so long since I did that I just set them up in, like, in order from weakest weapon to strongest weapon. And if it ever gets to the point where we need more spaces, we'll do the ultimate badge and it'll be a Laura nap. Hey Evan, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I would love to have a timer on this to see how many hours I spent. I mean, I know it's... If I had to estimate how many hours I've spent playing this game in my lifetime, I'd probably say around 2,000. Because there's so many nights I've streamed this, about 2 hours a stream. There's all the practice I did offline. There was how much I played it as a kid. And as a kid, every single playthrough was about an hour and a half, because I was getting torches with Mark, Crissy, and Laura the long way, and not just the long way. I thought you had to light all 7 fireplaces to get a torch. So I was lighting all 7 fireplaces with 3 different counselors to get 3 torches just in case people died. It wouldn't surprise me if I was underestimating it. I mean, that's one nice thing about Live Split, where it does keep track of all your total time. Holy buckets, thanks for the 35 stream streak, Sunseeker. Much appreciated. OG Zelda's one I probably got at least 100 in. 83 days and 8 hours. Yeah, given how much, like, even when I was learning low percent and trying to figure out how to dodge Jason on the paths, that was over the course of 3 weeks. And that was probably at least like 2 hours a day for 3 weeks minimum. And then plus there was all the different speed runs. I was doing like 2.5 hours a night when I was going for the God run, and that was 25 streams. There's all the immortal runs. The camp cleanup, camp cleanup alone was 2 hours. Then there was the immortal camp cleanup. I don't know why I did that. That was just dumb. Combine the 2 longest possible challenges into one. Oh, definitely wasn't wasted time. I mean, if it wasn't for this game and all the time I've spent on that... Oh, thank you so much for the 100 bits, Funyun. Much appreciated. Enjoy your Crispin Glover dance. But, like, if it wasn't for this game and all that time I've spent on it, I wouldn't be a YouTube partner or anything like that. Because, like, so much of what I do on YouTube is built around... And that's why I got the partner was... Well, this and the Jaws speedrun. Holy buckets, thank you so much for the 5 gifted Retro Nook. We've got Funny, we've got Grim, James, 1 minute man rides once more. In Alaska, enjoy your early access to videos, enjoy your counselor badge, enjoy your emotes, courtesy of Retro Nook. Thanks for the GG's Owl. They could have saved a lot of space just by doing he's dead, wink. Yeah, hopefully it won't give us Laura again once we get to the wheel. Thanks for the GG's Retro Nook, prodigious. But yeah, let's pull up our wheel. Oh, where is my wheel? Pretty sure I loaded that already. There we go. Nope, that's the wrong button. That's Discord. All right, wheel. There we go. Let's see if I remember to put the main screen back up. So we're looking for a combination of spins that we can play, that we can do that work together. Deadeye, that is a red challenge. Red challenges are the hardest. Deadeye means I cannot miss a throw. If I miss a throw, I reset. Rescue Me. Okay, Rescue Me is where I have to... Wait. Is that the one where I switch counselors? No, I can only fight Jason when he's attacking somebody. Either the kids or a counselor. So this is gonna be, interesting. Why is... Oh, that's why Deadeye's not popping up there. Deadeye. Let's turn on our challenge text. This is, I think the first time Rescue Me has come up on the wheel. So Deadeye is, especially here, I have to do Deadeye in cabins. And in cabins is a problem. Wheel has been quite a few. We've done a lot of wheel spins. If Laura Noodle's not tasty. And I suppose we should find out who we're gonna start with here. Just hope it's not a slow counselor. That's out of the way. Mark, okay. I don't think we're gonna be getting a torch before he attacks somebody. This is bad. And if I miss a throw, I do have to reset. So we've got to be very careful. Not sure why I grabbed that. Alright, good. Take your time, Jason. Let me get a torch before you attack someone. That looks, is that a cat? YouTube, I want to see what that emote is. It looks like a cat next to popcorn. Did I get the... Alright, here we go. Let's grab this. Well, I've probably done something like that just at random. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we're fine. Do I have to switch on this one? My switch... No, switching counselors was the relay race. So I think I actually... Do I stick with Mark the whole time here? And just only fight when he's attacking someone? See, our relay race was when we switched. Oh, a cat whistling, okay. So many of these, I'm getting confused now. But yeah, I think relay race was when we swapped. Every time he attacked. So I think this one we actually stick with Mark the whole way. Which is extra lucky. So we can actually get out in front of him and meet him by the kids then. And we don't jump into that knife. Don't want to jump into the knife. Knife is bad. And now since it's dusk, we can scroll to the right. The game wants to put the crow in front of us, so it spawns it to the left. And then we can use the crow to get safely across the lake. Alright, so now Jason's attacking someone else. Wait, have I missed any throws here? Did I miss any? I did miss a shot there, so... That's one fail. I'm so focused on the rescue me part that I realized I forgot about the Deadeye part. Which is actually the worst part of the challenge. That's not good. You don't like that. Alright, so we want... Up will take us deeper. And down. There we go. So if you see two down paths... And you're over... And you're in the North Forest, one of them will take you out of the forest. And if you see two up paths, one of them will either take you deeper in, or it'll take you... into a cabin. Welcome in, Remy. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. "You win for now" would be a great tombstone quote. And having to do a Deadeye inside, like, only cabins doing Deadeye is just, it's rough. If it's a path fights, I can do those without that big of a problem. Unless I airmail. Do I have time to go get my torch? We're gonna try it. Let's see. Wolves. There we go. Easy. All you have to do is just cut through the forest, and you're fine. So I just go back, grab the torch. We're not going to try hitting 3 times on a backup. We're only going to do twice. We're not going to throw there because it felt a little off. There we go. Saving noodles is such a sad... it's so much better when we can just let nature take its course. Don't jump into a knife. Oh, that's bad. Like, do I stop and try to kill the zombies and risk missing a throw? Like, throwing too early when they're popping up? Hey, Assassin, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Uh-oh. I almost threw at that crow, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that would technically count. Yeah, it's unfortunately part of the challenge. See, like, figuring that thing out in the forest is actually something I noticed when I was making the definitive guide. Because I really wanted to... I'm like, I have to be able to explain the forest, and I was kind of looking at the forest map, and I was like, wait a minute. There's a pattern here, and I should really look at the South Forest, but there's no reason to really go into the South Forest, ever. Unless you're right on Jason's tail and you're chasing him down. Perfect. It's always disappointing when it well, Deadeye is one of my favorite challenges. It's incredibly difficult, but it's very fun, but I do not like having to do cabin Deadeyes. Those are just mean. And that seems to be what I get for Deadeye more often than not, is cabin-only fights. Alright, one more fight. Let's see where he's gonna be. Yeah, Deadeye, you've got to be so careful. Perfect. So there, we kicked George out of the cabin and knocked him down the path. So now, instead of there being no one on the forest route, George is waiting for Jason in this cabin just to my right. Ugh! That was terrible. I should have just went up the path. I tried to throw a torch to kill the zombie, and I missed. So that is what we call a big old fail. That is why Deadeye is so brutal, and that is why I fail. It would have happened eventually anyway. Conga line, this is not going to work well. Yeah, with like those ones where it limits to certain counselors, I just let the random selection pick them now. Conga line and conga line. Let's get something different. Oh, that's rough. Conga line is one I'm gonna fail because I'm not waiting for zombies. So conga line means I can only scroll the screen when there's a zombie on it. And let's see who our counselor is. Paul. Hey, sweetie, how's it going? What were you picking up?
Fart thing.
Oh, the fart gun? The Despicable Me fart gun?
Yeah.
Goo goo gaga.
Oh, Goo Goo Gaga! Don't you like Goo Goo Gaga?
Love you.
Love you, sweetie. Sleep good. Wait. Oh, here, this one's for your mom. Your mom will like this.
Flames on the side of my face.
All right, love you, sweetie. All right, so with Diet Paul, we have to finish the game with at least 9 vitamins. And I can only scroll the screen when there's a zombie on it. But we can let every other counselor die. So whoever that is, dead. Thanks for the good luck, Prodigious. Alright, we got a zombie. This is a lot easier when you get into day 2 and 3 because the zombies are going at the same speed as you. Alright, we got 1 vitamin. Of course the knife spawned way back there. Why wouldn't it spawn in a place that I could actually use it in? There we go. Go into the woods. Yes, we will do that. Zombies? Alright, hopefully there's someone else in the next cabin. Alright, let's... Good, beautiful. Let's inch our way to fights to the death. Well, in this instance, we can actually, if Laura's getting attacked, we can just let her die. The goal is to get it down to at least to 1 counselor. Well, 2 or less. Actually, we'll pick that up on the way back through. Right now, I just want to make sure I've got the torch before we go back and worry about collecting our vitamins. because I can get 7 of those in the forest. Alright, we got our torch. And now I can hopefully collect all of these before the wolves appear. Come on, zombie, go faster. Jason's gonna be coming in the woods soon. This way. There we go, I stopped before the zombie went off the screen. Alright, this is section 3. Oh, I scrolled it a little bit. I didn't wait. Oh, this is a horrible spot. That is the problem with conga line. Conga line should probably also be a red, just because of mental errors. That was a great setup, too. Things were going quite well. We're looking at 2 failures right out of the gate here. Hey, Wizard, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. A diet Paul means we have to finish the game with at least 9 vitamins. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, so he's on the cave route. And conga line means I can only scroll the screen when there's a zombie on it. And that's how I failed the previous attempt. Was because I went to a new area and just started walking instead of waiting for the zombie. Alright, so we got these 2 vitamins. If only they had the same zombie speed as day 2. Or 3. Turn around. Right, hopefully he attacks someone else in the bottom left of the cave loop. Alright, so we'll get our 3rd vitamin here. Or back there. Now in this one, we're also not concerned about kids. We just have to keep 1 batch of kids alive. So if I can use them as a decoy while I'm trying to get my vitamins and get my torch, that's just fine. Turn around, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna, let's see, he's on the forest route next. Actually, I wouldn't have to worry about the wolves at night, because we have to keep a zombie on the screen. So there's not going to be a wolf spawning unless I fail the challenge. So we're actually fine there. As long as I wait for a zombie and don't screw that up again. Alright, zombie. I guess I probably could force it to be night so the zombies appear faster. Let's try that. Then it makes it less likely that I just walk into a new screen, start scrolling, and have no zombie there to help me out. Alright, now we're good. Got our zombie friends. Got one vitamin. Big jumps. Perfect. Keep attacking other counselors. Right now we go up. Back to the left. To the right. We got to be careful here because there's a knife that'll show up in this little section that I may have picked up when I was making the definitive guide. Almost missed it there. I thought I was out of the knife zone. Hey Australia, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Okay, good. One more. All right, we're out. Now there's one more in, actually, if we go to the left here, we can get that other one. Because there's one more vitamin here, and then there's two more, and oh, there's the other vitamin. Now if we go to the left here, we can get two more, maybe run into Jason in this area. Unless he just bypasses us and goes right to the kids. Oh, and he's right there. I was gonna say, let's go in there and save whoever that is, but we don't want to do that. Because he kills one more counselor after this, and we're in fight to the death territory every time we run into him. Alright, so how many vitamins would that be? Got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's 13. Because I didn't get the one in the back of the cave. Yeah, it's so much easier when it's nighttime for conga lines. Welcome in, JN. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, thank you. I'm glad it worked. That's one of the things, like, I like to try. I've learned so much about how this game works, where if I can help other people clear it, because this is such a good game, but it's so incredibly complicated. And I feel like that's the reason it was so poorly received, was just because it made no sense and they didn't explain anything about how it worked. But I found that once people figure out how it works, they tend to really like it. And if there's any additional questions you have or anything that could be cleared up, definitely don't hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to share what I've learned over the years. Right now, we're just waiting for Jason to attack the kids. You know what? We don't have to worry about zombie conga lines on the lake. Welcome in Dimension X. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Nuts and squirrels on his tacos. That's... what would Jason put on his tacos? I feel like Jason would probably be a big cheese guy. Well, Avril Lavigne is a very regular in our car for my youngest daughter. She found my old Avril Lavigne CDs. you know, when she was really, she went through a phase where she was like obsessed with Taylor Swift. And I was like, oh, you should listen to this one, because I really like Avril Lavigne. And she listened to Avril Lavigne, and then Avril Lavigne was on it was mainly Under My Skin, the second album. And then I believe The Best Damn Thing was the other one she listened to a lot. But Under My Skin is still one of my... That and The Sound of Madness by Shinedown are two of my favorites ever. Now let's see where the other counselors are. He's in the cave route right now. And he is not attacking anybody. Jason, Smash Burgers would be a very, I feel like Smash Burgers would be the perfect Jason Voorhees food. So unfortunately, with the way the counselors are, Debbie and Mark are not cooperating, putting themselves in the line of fire for the sake of saving time. So we're just gonna have to chill here until Jason goes all the way around again. And I guess technically I could pick one of them and let them randomly die to zombies. Devour was great. I really like Atlas Falls is still on my regular playlist. Safe and their new, I don't know if it's their newest one, but Safe and Sound is relatively new, and I'm really liking that. And my three favorite bands right now would definitely be Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, and Within Temptation. Within Temptation got me really into symphonic metal. They have a song called The Demon's Fate that I've probably listened to at least 1,000 times. And it just never gets old. Oh, cassette tapes. I wonder if the first cassette tape that I bought was Soul Asylum, Grave Dancers Union. I loved Runaway Train. I am not happy about them getting rid of physical games. I mean, I know even if you buy a physical disc, it just installs it on your hard drive anyway, but I want physical games. Did they move? They moved again. So there's going to be nobody on the route for Jason again. So we're going to have to go wait at the kids a third time. And when he gets back to the cave route, then we should hopefully have Debbie, because based on the cabin she's in now, should hopefully be in his path. It's like eventually, like, games are so big now, it's like you've got to buy an external, like the internal SSD or have an external drive just to be able to install more than a couple games. I don't remember the 2017 game. I don't know if that had a manual, but I've still got my manual for this one. Right here. Even though the manual likes to lie. Jason versus SpongeBob would be interesting. I wonder how they put Gary in there. Holy buckets, JN. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Much appreciated. We got Aroma, Sabrina, Victoriano, the literal Tetsuyo, Samhain, Doom, Frontier, Frankenstein, Alvaro, and Maverick Hunter Zero. Look at that. Enjoy your early access to videos, enjoy the emotes, and enjoy the counselor badge, courtesy of JN. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, that's true. Well, do we really want to be killing Gary, though? Gary's a little snail, isn't he? I don't want to kill a snail. Yeah, don't want to kill the meowing snail. I remember I think it was when that, like, Gary Leaves Home episode aired. That was the first episode of SpongeBob I ever watched, and my, the girlfriend I was with in college that, I got Zelda and Lorelei with. We were at the laundromat in town doing our laundry, and that was on the TV there. And since you got to sit there forever to get your laundry done, we ended up watching the entire thing while the laundry was going. Patrick is the starfish, right? Oh, nice. Got one of the gifted? Oh yeah, Frontier. Okay, yeah. Did I even read that name right? Why am I just doing laps here? What is the boss, Squidward? Or no, the boss is... Who's Squidward? Mr. Krabs is the boss. What is Squid... I can picture him, but I don't know what Squidward does. Is he the neighbor? Oh, the cashier, okay. Oh, his neighbor and the cashier. Oh, he plays clarinet? I almost played clarinet in band, because I thought clarinet was, I didn't know what instrument was what. And like, what do you want to play? I'm like, I want to play the clarinet. And then they picked it out, I'm like, no, that's not the one. I want to play the one with the 3 buttons. I'm like, oh, a trumpet. I was like, yeah, they showed it to me. I was like, yeah, that. And like, oh, you must have been thinking a coronet, because that's another name for trumpet. And I was just like, yeah, sure. I just happened to look somewhat smart, even though I completely had no idea what instrument was what when I was in 5th grade. Or was that 6th grade? Either way, it's something I should have known by then. Actually, my old trumpet's probably still buried in the storage room on the other side of the wall here. Probably in really rough shape. Ooh, a giant tiki head? Kind of reminds me of Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple. Bam! Alright, we're finally in fights to the... Wait. Why am I waiting here? This is fights to the death, and I have 13 vitamins. Why am I not just meeting him on the path somewhere? I know he's on the forest route next. So let's see if we can get to the forest route. And find some place that we can meet up with him. Even if I use a couple vitamins, I've got 13 right now. As long as I don't forget about the conga line, we're fine. Yep. Yeah, like if I use a vitamin, it'll still say 9. I just had to remember which ones I picked up and count them manually. Alright. We're gonna make it night. Oh, Lex Luthor does Mr. Krabs' voice? Yeah, there's 14 total vitamins in the game. I didn't get the one that was in the back of the cave, because I'm not gonna... Well, A, I don't think I even remember how to get to that one, and B, I don't want to try to take Paul all the way back there, because he's slow. Alright, we're gonna wait right here for Jason. That was actually really close if I would have scrolled the screen when that zombie was off. I want to turn to the right. Wow, he did a lot of just running back and forth and not throwing axes. That was very useful. Alright, I think we can cut him off at the same spot. Yep. There we go. That was a completed challenge. Oh, Highlander too. That's a... Geez, those voice actors... Well, I mean, yeah, they're in a lot of different things. Like, I think of all the things, I'm like, oh wait, Laura Bailey did that? So, there's a completion. We're 1 for 2. So let's figure out what the wheel wants us to do next. Yeah, there's hopefully time for another one here. Perfect game. There's not a lot that can be combined with a perfect game here. I'm looking through all these other ones. Yeah, I'd be spinning for a while. Well, we'll give it 4 spins, and if I don't get something that pairs with perfect game, we'll just do perfect game. Midnight Sun. That's not gonna work. Have to enter and leave cabins too many times when he attacks people. Relay race also won't work. Thanks to the GG Jacob. Three Stooges doesn't work unless you, because, well, it'd have to be Laura. No, it wouldn't, because you need 3 counselors that can do path dodging. Perfect game and perfect game. It looks like we're just gonna do perfect game then. So we'll take this one and we'll... There we go. Perfect game. So what a perfect game is a perfect game means you cannot get hit. Your active counselor can't take damage. The inactive counselors can't take damage. So, like, if Jason's attacking someone, you have until the 40-second mark before they take passive damage and you have to reset. And none of the kids can die. So because you can't really be picky with your counselors here... I mean, last week, Wednesday, I did just beat the speedrun world record for perfect games. I beat my 923 with an 815. Don't know why I grabbed a vitamin there. Alright, so Crissy is there. He's on the cave route. Oh, this is not a seed that would have generated a world record, unfortunately. I probably could have pulled up my timer, but the seed already isn't isn't very good. Mark is too far away. It would be cool, though. Actually, this might be the same seed that I used. Maybe Mark isn't too far away. I keep thinking I can't run off the screen. Now, this is the hairy part of a perfect game. If Jason attacks while you're too far into the woods... I should have I'll grab that knife on the way back. It's like when you're playing the Revisited on Game Boy Color, where if you're in the wrong spot, the run just ends. Only this one is just because it's a challenge. It's not because it's just the game is done. There, let's take that knife out of circulation. Henderson, that reminds me of a audio clip I want to add. Ugh. Icky. Alright, we're gonna try to get partway there. Then we'll hop into this cabin down here. And it's Crissy! You love to see it. So now I'm not going to have to worry about item spawns anymore because not only did we pass the torch to the better counselor, but she doesn't have item spawns, so now I don't have to worry about jumping and running into a random knife. Which is just beautiful. Oh, what's the random note gonna say? Oh, that's the new one. That's Funyun's new one from today that I just put in there today. Why am I waiting for the zombie? Why am I killing zombies? Think we can make it here. And if not, and he's already by me, that's going to be a problem. Yep, no, he's not by me. Perfect. 1, 2... I have to make sure I don't... If I kill one more zombie with Crissy, then we're gonna start getting item spawns with her, and we don't want that. We do want to wait right here. One, 2... 3, 4, 5... This should be our fight to the death. Yep, fight to the death. Alright, day 1. Crazy Rolf is also an amazing follow on Twitter. Oh boy. Yeah, we gotta fly. One, 2, 3. Jason will show up at 43 and 33 remaining on the timer. So if you can't buddy crow, which you can't during the day, it takes too long to set up a buddy crow based on where he was. But I'm very confident. I mean, that's the 1, 2, 3 counting method is what I used in the God run. Try to keep it day. Jason is definitely having problems, I mean, heck, I have problems understanding some of these challenges. Like, I forgot what Rescue Me was at first. There's just so many of them on the wheel. Uh-oh. Oh, that's actually good. Actually, I gotta hurry. Whoever this is will start taking passive damage. Sorry, Mark, you don't get your torch back. Crissy doesn't have item spawns, and she's better. That was a really early dodge. Got him. All right. Really lucky I didn't take a hit there. Three, 5, 8. Good, we need the zombie on the screen. I had a feeling that second throw was coming. I could just kind of feel it. You get to that point where it's just instinct. All right, we're not gonna get too aggressive here and do triples. Because we're almost done with day 2. There we go. So he's on the forest route. This is actually fine. We're just gonna wait right here for him to come out of the forest. Then he'll go to that bottom middle cabin, and then he'll come right back here again. We're gonna get a double fight. Whoops! I threw in the wrong direction. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I need a zombie, thank you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I knew that was coming too. Oh, not a problem. Thanks for stopping by, Kyoto. Hope you have a great rest of the night. I knew that was a double fight. I should have just moved out of the way and avoided the double fight. I knew the double fight was coming. And I was just, I was worried about, I don't know why I was worried about trying to do it faster. I should have just played it safe. That was not a speed run. And it would have been really cool to be able to just be like, yeah, I just dropped a casual perfect game. Thanks for the good luck 1 minute. Welcome in, hope you're having a good Wednesday. Welcome in, JR, hope your Wednesday's going well. Thanks for the 3-stream streak. Why is he over there? And we have to save Laura. Alright, that's okay. We can get a casual perfect game this time. Okay, Mark is over there. He's gonna be attacking George really soon, though. If you light all the fireplaces, it gives you the flashlight. And that lets you see inside the cave. But there's ways to know what's in the cave if you're just kind of looking at the stones, like the stone pattern, when the stone pattern on the ground is different, that'll tell you where there's a door. Or lighting, I believe it's 4 fireplaces, and then getting the note will also give you the torch. So either way, I mean, lighting the fireplaces definitely does help. Alright, here we go. We got the torch. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to try to pass this off to Mark now. Who is way over there. No! This is problem. I don't know why I left the cabin there. That was so dumb. You cannot... And then I, like, had a brief moment of panic. You can do a hitless path fight with a slow counselor, but you need to have an extreme amount of luck. And I didn't even give myself a chance because I didn't try to get Jason to back up. I just ran to the left and got myself stuck in the corner. That was so dumb. So dumb. Immortal. Immortal perfect game. No, that's no time for that. You can't do Immortal with Rescue Me. Given the time of night, I think if we can find a pairing, I think we'll just do Immortal on day 3. +1, the first time I got that, so it wants me to do 3 challenges with Immortal. Can't do that with... There's nothing I compare with Immortal here, really. I guess we could do all items. Four? Why couldn't this happen earlier in the night? Can't do that with Immortal. I really like this add 1 challenge and spin again. It'd have to be Mark or Crissy. Immortal. I forgot what the second one was. Oh yeah, it was all items. All items. Is there even a 4th challenge I can do in this? Well, you can't do no jumping with that. Last one standing could work. We'll give it a couple tries. If not, we'll put last one standing in there. Nope, Three Stooges doesn't work. Not doing that with the quick shot. Not enough time. Full participation. No, that wouldn't work. Okay, last one standing. All right, this is going to be a thing. Immortal? We're just going to do Immortal on day 3, though. Because there's just not enough time to... It's too late in the night already to do Immortal on all 3 days. How about we take out the 1? Maybe we'll blast. That's not it. And why couldn't a quad challenge have come up earlier in the night? Immortal, all items. Okay. Definitely Laura's fault. Oh, come on. Well, we know he's on the forest route. Oh, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Alright, actually, I gotta remember to... We gotta grab all these knives, too. Oh, I gotta get a machete also. Yuck. And a flashlight. Alright, well, first things first. We got the torch, no, but I want to actually go and, I gotta go get that machete before I forget about it. And while we're doing that, we might as well go through here and light this fireplace for all items. Alright, we got 2 vitamins. Jason is in the forest route. Jason is definitely ready. I think he enjoys a good Crystal Lake party on the weekends. Alright, let's grab this vitamin. So let's grab this one. We just have to keep 1 batch of kids alive. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. All right, there we go, machete. Actually, I think the smart money here is to save this batch of kids. Like, we don't have to save them all, just as long as there's 1 left, so Jason has to do another loop to kill this group. So this will give us a little more time trying to set up immortals for him later. Well, actually, it's only setting up immortal on day 3. That's actually not going to be that bad. So I didn't need to do this. I keep forgetting that we're not doing full immortal. Jason's gonna have a bloody good time, but hopefully it'll be his blood. Oh yeah, they have to have alcohol stashed somewhere. Alright, let's grab this. We're gonna let him kill whoever that is. We'll do that to load up the axe. Alright, we got the axe. Nothing there. Uh-oh. That's right, now it's nighttime and there's wolves that are coming out. Don't care if we get this knife, we already grabbed the axe. Alright, 2 more to the left. Alright, that is 7 vitamins from the forest. Now if we go to the left, we can get this vitamin. Good, keep killing other counselors. We'll take that knife out of circulation. We'll get the vitamin over here. And I just want to make sure the one in front of the lake is done. And if we've got that one, then we're all set to kill Jason. Oh no, I still gotta light fireplaces. I forgot to light the fireplaces by the cave. Got those 2. Yeah, I think pretty much everyone calls them potions. The technical term in the manual is vitamins. Why am I doing that? That's not what we're trying to get in here. So let's see, this is 13 vitamins. And quad challenges could have been a lot more exciting if I actually got a batch of them. That, like, Immortal has so few that you can pair with it. Which is kind of disappointing. Like, I'd love to see quad challenges where it's just you get some really bizarre combinations. Yeah, it would have been nice, like, that's one thing, quality of life improvement I liked in Friday the 13th Revisited, the PC game, where once you clear everything in that area, you just can't go back in there, it blocks it out. Yes, Jason, keep attacking them. Which direction did I come from? One of these 2 large cabins outside of the cave loop is my flashlight. And if I leave the screen when the flashlight appears, I can't get it anymore. Which direction did I come from, the right or the left? Let's try this one first. They do kind of look like jars of blood. There. All right. The only items we need now are torch, sweater, and pitchfork. And hopefully my torch is waiting for me right here. If it's not, that's going to be a problem. Did I not get that note? Okay, Okay, we can still do this. Alright, Debbie, you're up. Did I leave a key for her anywhere? There's a key over this way. Good, we got a key. But what about the knives? Did I pick up all the knives? Oh boy. Sorry, Paul. I think I left a knife in the cave. You gotta hurry, Debbie. Yes! Run! Oh, this is falling apart. I should have grabbed that torch right when I had the chance. Okay, so I got a key, I got a knife. We can get this torch, we can pass it to Crissy. Hey, Bozette, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh boy, this is Oh, thanks, Matt. You and yours as well? This is supposed to be the last run of the night, but well, I mean, I do have 2 attempts. This is just going incredibly poorly right now. All the different combinations have caused things to not go the way I wanted them to. I'm pretty sure I have had issues before with the torch and the knife. I mean, with the torch and the flashlight. Alright, so we don't have to worry about okay, good. Now, hopefully Crissy is not there anymore. Alright, Crissy's over here. She's faster. So we're gonna take the torch. We are not worried about... We're not worried about making him immortal on day... There's just not enough time to make him immortal on day 1 and 2. He was in the cave route, so he's going to be on the forest next. Got 13 vitamins. And if he's on the forest route, we should have no problem running and grabbing the sweater. And then, let's see, we'll get the sweater, we'll finish him on day 2, and then hopefully we can catch him by the dock before he goes into the kids, get the pitchfork when he's attacking the kids. Yep, I got the axe.
Sorry, Debbie, no Mercedes this
Go, 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 go! Wait, he's on the forest route. Oh. My brain was like, wait, he's going the same way. But he's actually, he was going... I still could have caught him if I got too close to the dock. He might have popped out there. But now you'll get to see what happens with the flashlight. If you take the flashlight into the cave. It's all bright, you can see. Alright, next one's a double. And she's down. All we need now is the pitchfork. Oh, we do still have to kill off Debbie, that's right. Crissy has to be the last one standing. So we've got all items, we got Diet Crissy. Once Debbie dies, we'll have last one standing. And we'll just need Immortal. This is really nice for when they walk at the same speed as you. Alright, so now we are gonna run as fast as we can and hopefully catch Jason at the dock. Then we can go and get our pitchfork when he's attacking the kids on day 3. And then we can meet him on the other side of the lake after that, and then we can get him Immortal. And then we can finish the run. Okay, Jason, stop taking so long. Yeah, you've got nothing. I've got a sweater. My sweater is very powerful. Oh, this is gonna be a... Oh, boy. Come on, Crissy. If anyone can do this, it's you. I don't know if she's gonna make it back in time. Because I have to make it back in time. Because in order to make him Immortal, you have to be at a place where you can leave the screen. Alright, this is a double. Triple. 2, 3, 2, 1 is what you want to remember here. Here's 2. This is 1. Now we'll repeat the 2, 3, 2, 1. She will, I should say. The problem is I do not know, I do not remember what route Jason is on right now. Like, I don't remember if he's going to the cave or the forest. It's gonna be tight. I guess we'll just wait here. Because we've got a screen to leave. Okay, good. He's right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's mad. 8. 9. trying to conserve health for a mash down. 11. Nope, 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. Alright, this should be 32. Alright, there we go. He is immortal. 256 hits left. I have 4 vitamins to work with, but I don't want to use all of them. I don't want to use too many. Because if I do a mash down, I'm leaving myself a couple hits away. So maybe I'll do a mash down and use 2 vitamins, which would give me 2 extra to spare. But first, let's do this for a little bit. Should be able to do this without getting hit for a little while. And then we'll only have beat half of the challenges on the day. Because I got too aggressive on that perfect game. It would have been so nice to drop a casual perfect game. But I mean, that's why those are so difficult. You make one split decision that doesn't work out well, and it's all over. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was a hug, too. With the sweater, Jason does half damage rounded down. So a normal axe hit with his weapon would do 5 bars, but since you've got the sweater, it does 2. A hug would normally do 7, but that did 3. Now, how long do we want to give this? Say I'll go to 9:15. It's 9:12 right now. We'll do this for another 3 minutes, then we'll do our mash down to 2 vitamins. Oh, nice! Down to 16 seems pretty good. Let's see, so I'm trying to think. That is definitely all items. Crissy is the last standing. We've got the vitamins. We've got him immortal. Welcome in, Cain. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, the only 2 that you can do hitless path fights with are Mark and Crissy. And Crissy has a much better throwing... Well, if you get the pitchfork, Mark's throwing arm is at least viable. Because the pitchfork makes anyone have a good arm. But before the pitchfork, Crissy is significantly better than Mark. And she's the final girl. I can't believe I took 2 Jason hugs. There we go. I actually could have hit him with a second pitchfork there. Yeah, even without the pitchfork, Crissy does, she can throw a lot faster. She's got the really good arc on the torch, instead of the toss it up in the air and let it land at your feet. She can jump. The rowing speed is not important. To me, at least, I feel like a fast rowing speed is a problem. because Mark grows so fast that he just flies into zombies that are popping up, and there's no time to stop. Whereas Crissy grows slower, and we know how the lake works. 43 seconds and 33 seconds, Jason will show up. You can use a buddy crow, where at dusk the crow spawns instantly, and at nighttime it spawns after 2 zombies. And if you scroll in the screen in the opposite direction you want to go, like if you're trying to go right on the lake, if you scroll to the left a little bit, the game tries to spawn the crow in front of you, and then you can just let the crow like go slowly across the lake with the crow, and it'll block Jason and zombies from spawning. The pitchfork does go through, if there's multiple zombies on the screen, the pitchfork will just cut through all of them. Yeah, I like to feel like they based her off of Chris Higgins. Yeah, you don't want to go too fast. That can be a problem. Let's see, it is 15. But I took those 2 hugs. Maybe we'll go till 17 now. I'm really disappointed in the fact that I took a hit on a day 3 path fight that wasn't on the approach. Like when Jason first runs on the screen, that's the only time I feel like I should be getting hit on a day 3 path fight. I spent so much time doing these where every action I do is just instinct now. Or it's a reaction. I don't have to think about anything. I just see what Jason does, and then my hands know what to do because I've spent way too many hours doing these. Yeah, how many holes is Jason gonna? 256 times 3. Oh boy, that's too much math. Let's see, it's 5, 12... This is too hard to do while I'm trying to do this. 5, 12... 768, okay. Perfect, thank you, Sunseeker. So he's gonna have 768 holes in his body. Actually, plus another 96. Because there was the 32 before this. So that's a lot of holes. Welcome in, Don. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, he's gonna be like a, can you imagine? You hook him up to us. You hook him up to a hose after this, and he's just the human sprinkler. A purple and teal sprinkler. That's just beautiful. Ow. Jerk. Oh, that's bad. I just wanted to do the mash down. Now Chrissy's... okay. Okay, that was 42 hits. And I've still got all 4, I've got the 4 usable vitamins. So I've still got 13 vitamins, we just need to finish above 9. You'd think with all those holes, there wouldn't be much left. Oh, I actually have I have a sticky note up on, I always put a pinned message on Twitch where I can just look over and see that it says Wednesday. Thankfully, a TVS Chaser did that one night, and I was like, why haven't I been doing this? I've been forgetting what night it is for over 5 years.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. even though Mark's a little bit dead. Just a tad dead. Right, now we're back in that rhythm. I do kind of want him to get in the super aggressive, angry pattern again, because it's fun trying to break him out of those. Let's see, if we did 40 hits with the mash... There we go. Whoops. So we're doing about like maybe 18 to 20 hits a minute. So I don't even remember when I started this. Probably still got like 3 to 5 minutes of this left though, if not longer. I could definitely put it at the top of the TV, but then I'd have to actually have a physical sticky note. Whereas here, it's just something digital. I wish I had Arcus's mash, mash, mash ability. My overall mashing speed is probably below average, which is, for this game, it's not as big of a deal because this is a rhythmic mash. You can only have one projectile on the screen at the same time. So it's more so just hitting B as quickly as possible after what you've thrown hits Jason. In my mash used to be, my rhythmic mash was down. Thank you so much for the objection bits, Chaser, much appreciated. That is one of my favorites. Laura sucks. Welcome in, Lime, hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, the Friday movie, I mean, they're pure 80s slashers. Uh-oh. Like, yeah, Alice was the final girl in 1, Tommy was in, well, 4, 5, and 6. And Tina, I'm guessing it's Tina Shepard from 7. There was also a, Tina in 5, I believe it was? Tina McCarthy. But she was just there to be a victim. Tina Shepard was, I think her name was pronounced Lar Park Lincoln. And she was great. Crystal Lake Carey. I actually have, technically 3 world records in this game. Low percent, perfect game, and technically damageless, but perfect game and damageless are the same run. Yeah, Ginny is my favorite of the Friday Final Girls. And my second favorite Final Girl overall. After Nancy Thompson, of course. Nancy, best Final Girl. Okay, Jason, we've been doing this long enough. You can die now. Oh yeah, Christina, that's right, I keep thinking of her name as Christina, but they called her Tina, that's right. That's a very popular name in 80s horror. Uh-oh. Come on, Jason, will you die already? Kincaid. I'm thinking that's not the guy, not Mark from Scream 3. Uh-oh. Was that one of the kids in Nightmare on Elm Street? I think it was Nightmare 3 maybe, if I'm thinking of it. There we go. I think I remember right, one of the kids in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, if I remember right. Thanks for the GG's, Wizard, Lime. I should watch Nightmare again. Thanks again for the 100. Funyun? Enjoy your Crispin Glover dance? I love how it just kind of ends with him squatting a little bit. Thanks for the GG Sunseeker, Bowsette, Jacob. Well, that was I think that was pretty successful for the first wheel spin night in like a month. Even though it was 50-50 because of my dumb mistake on a perfect game. And what was the first challenge I messed up? It wasn't Conga Line, it was Deadeye. Thanks for the GG's, Jet. Yeah, Heather Langenkamp was like, she was perfect in that role. Maybe I will watch A Nightmare on Elm Street tomorrow, or maybe I could watch I have the documentary for Nightmare, and I could get some more horror facts on that. Play outside in the heat? Oh, my top loader's actually not too warm right now. It's been getting really hot lately over the last couple weeks, but it's fine now, so that's actually quite good. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh geez, what's happening here? I suppose that would be a good place to call it here, because I still have to work tomorrow, and I gotta be up in 7 hours. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out tonight, everyone. I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe, get a good night's sleep. Never sleep again, that's it. Thank you, Wizard. I would have forgot. I was like, I couldn't remember the name of it. I know Crystal Lake Memories because I've watched that so many times, but I have that on my, I think, where'd I get that? Is it Amazon, iTunes? I've got it somewhere where I can stream it. Yeah, we'll not be back until till Sunday night. Hopefully Sunday night. My wife is out of town this weekend, so I'll be upstairs with the kids and the dogs on Friday and Saturday. And then my oldest daughter has a late volleyball practice tomorrow, so I won't be on until later tomorrow. So we will not be back until Sunday night. But oh yeah, happy 4th of July, everybody. And thanks again for hanging out, and we will hopefully see you next time. And for those of you on Twitch, we are going to